Good morning, everybody. Welcome, welcome. It is Wednesday morning, and I am coming to you live this morning with a very special guest. Now, on my Facebook page, Personal Coach for Success, I love to bring information to you to help you live life at the fullest. And today I am happy to welcome Janná Giles will be joining us. And I do want to read her bio a little bit before I take off my glasses, which are probably causing a lot of glare. So one of the reasons I asked Janná on here is that she's actually producing this amazing summit, which I am proud to be a part of. But it really is geared towards, those of us who are super women, who want to do it all, be it all, have it all. And sometimes we lose ourselves and our self-care and taking care of ourselves, and we don't show up our best in the process. So Janná is actually a transformational life and wellness coach for corporate and professional women. She's a public speaker and a facilitator as well. She guides professional women in creating the balance that they crave, healing burnout, calming overwhelm, and creating the energy, presence, and resilience they need to be at the top of their game, which I'm about, and fully engaged within all facets of their lives. So welcome, Janná. I'm so glad you can join us today.
Oh, thank you so much. It's so lovely to be here with you, honestly. And it's so lovely, incredible to have such an ally in you, because I know what a stand you are for women really stepping fully into their leadership in all facets of their life.
Yeah, it's so important to create a both and, because I feel so many of us are out there really wanting to have it all, to do it all, and to be it all, and how we can recognize ways to leverage and build in self-care into our day, because balance doesn't always mean equal. And we always try to, mentally we have this idea that if I want a balanced life, I have to give the same amount of time here, 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 and here. And for us to recognize, how to set our priorities and boundaries is really important. So how did you get into doing this work to support women? Tell us a little bit about you and your journey.
Sure. So I was actually in the insane advertising industry and in tech for 20 years. Mm-hmm. And that environment is running meeting to meeting and running to FedEx and deadlines like crazy and deliverables and client facing and being on, and it is go, go, go. And I definitely had adrenal fatigue. I was having regular vomiting migraines a couple times a week. Yeah, violent vomiting migraines a couple times a week. And through the help of an Ayurvedic naturopathic doctor and a very powerful life coach, they helped me really make some massive changes in my life, to the point where I was so inspired by what I experienced that I decided I wanted to help other women. Mm-hmm. And ironically, on down the line, I within 1 year, I eventually became an Ayurvedic consultant, life coach, all this stuff. And but on down the line, within 1 year, I experienced over 20 major life stressors. And that stress slammed me to the floor one day. Wow. And I'm not a girl that faints, right? And I've never experienced that before. But because of the stress I was under, I got slammed to the ground and really had to take a deeper look. So I did that, and I am all about helping other women that are in this go, 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 pressure cooker, the screws are tightening environment, so that we can, like you said, find that state of balance, but realize that it's not, oh, equal parts, equal days, like all the time, equal, right? It's this ebb and flow of finding balance. So yeah, you might have to really bust your bootay or whatever. But then how are you creating time for yourself to like breathe and reset your nervous system?
Yeah. One of the things that I find that is so common in us as women, I'm reading the book now, The Secrets of Highly Successful Women, and the pressure that we put on ourselves.
Yes.
Do it all, and have it all actually stems a lot from growing up, from being in misogynist environment anyway, because we have to be better and do better to get, equal treatment or opportunities, especially in the corporate world. And as a part of that, it makes us hesitant to help us to ask for help, because psychologically we think that means that we're not capable. And that's kind of the difference between men and women. Men will leverage, men will bring in support to help them, but there's something about being a woman that we feel we need to do it all, maybe to prove something. Maybe there's a part of with me, like, nobody could do it as well as I do, so I'm going to do it all myself. That little bit of ego too. But what it does is it really has us functioning at a lesser capacity and putting our health at risk, because then when we're taken out, it has that ripple effect on our home life, how we show up at work, and how we show up in the world, in the form of being stressed out, burnt out, overwhelmed. And I always add cranky, the C in there. For sure. And so we're really not being the best of who we can be. So if you were to share with people who are viewing, and I noticed my dear friend and client Jill is on, and if anyone else is on and want to say hi, and if this is resonating for you as a superwoman, put a 1 in the chat so we will know that we are not alone. But we also, Janna has something really special planned for the super women out there to have access to resources and support, so that we can really stop being so hard on ourselves. Oh my goodness. So tell us a little bit about maybe 1 or 2 things in your area of expertise that you help your clients to kind of take the pressure off and take care of themselves.
Sure. So I am not only a life coach, but also I'm a transformational life coach, but I'm also an Ayurvedic consultant.
Okay.
So I don't know how many people are familiar with Ayurveda, but it is very similar to Chinese medicine, where we look at the whole person, we look at your whole life, and we assess everything top to bottom. And I help my clients really figure out what is going to be the next most powerful right action to take.
Okay.
In order to help create some ease in their life, create some balance, right? Along with the mindset shifts that you and I talk about, it's also just setting into place some things like a daily routine that is supportive. And I know so many of us have felt that urge or that need for spontaneity, right? And kind of going on a whim or on a fly. But as highly effective go-getter women, we really do benefit from that beautiful structure of having a routine, right? And in those routines, how are we resetting our nervous system? How are we taking care of ourselves? And I know that you have that beautiful metaphor, right? The race car driver going around the track and going through a pit stop is perfect. It's brilliant, right?
Yeah.
And it's really kind of that, I like to think of it like you're making croissant, like that simple, easy process of rolling out the dough, slathering it with butter, folding it and chilling it back and forth for hours, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's simple things that make such deep impact. So, not sleeping with your phone under your pillow.
People do that?
Yes, I've heard this from clients. Not sleeping with your phone under your pillow. Unplugging from your phone an hour before bed, setting a timer to remind you that it's time to get ready for bed so that you can easily do it and get your circadian rhythm being supported, right? Mm-hmm. Or getting up every day at the same time every day to really support the circadian rhythm.
Yeah.
It's just these kinds of things. So I really love, as a start, a beautiful routine to your day.
Mm-hmm.
And part of that might be setting a 5-minute alert to get away from the computer, walk outside, take a couple of breaths, and then go back, right? So it helps to metabolize that stress hormone.
Oh, it sure does. It's a lifesaver. So I want to put this out there to anybody who's watching either with us live now or on the replay later. If you have a routine that helps you with your stressors, that gives you that break, that pit stop during the day, share with us what you do in the chat so that we can actually learn from each other and get ideas. I'm going to share one of my favorite routine. My favorite is to have a morning routine. I am just methodical. I've got to start my day a certain way. And I've recently, well, not so much recently, but more consistently, love to start off with 15 to 20 minutes on my mini trampoline, my rebounder, I think it's called. And I have to tell you, it is the most fun I have working out, and I feel it after getting off. But the music that you play when you're on your trampoline, it's like my own private dance party at 6:30 in the morning. God help my neighbors, well, because my husband says the whole house shakes. I'm like, come on, dude. But I find myself looking forward to it because the mix that I have goes back to a lot of my oldies from when I was going out into the discos, and just fun songs, whether they're Tina Turner or Madonna or whatever, or the Jackson 5, don't get me started. But I love to start my day off with fun. And that's it. It doesn't take a long time. And then I have other things I do as well. But I love infusing fun into my morning, and it gives me the energy that I need to have a quick, energetic start to the day and not still feel tired. But here's the thing. What Janna was saying is about to infuse those mini little things throughout the day as well, because it's like having breakfast and expecting it to last all day. It doesn't. You need to refuel and re-energize. So let's take note here. Sitting at the computer or whatever it is you do for work and going straight through is going to deplete all the energy that you've created for yourself after your morning routine. So share with us what you do, whether it's a morning routine or in the middle of the day, and let's support each other and learn each other, because I love getting ideas from people like, oh, I can add that too. So that's cool. What's one of your favorites?
Can I interject here? I want to acknowledge how brilliant that is, because we, as super women that, are really trying to be super women, let's face it, we need more fun in our life. And so that is, it is very profound what you just shared. And I really want everyone that's tuning in to really notice how much fun are you really having in your day, and how, and on the opposite side, how ground down are you feeling from, you know, having to work, having to get this done, having all this pressure, whether it's internally sourced pressure or externally sourced pressure, or maybe it's a combination, but that igniting fun in your life is so important and so key. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's really, you know, I watched a little video short with Brene Brown and Oprah the other day, and it's about the practice of gratitude brings joy.
Yeah.
And so, you know, part of my morning routine is not just having an attitude of gratitude, which I, you know, is, you know, we can definitely be more conscious of, but really practicing gratitude. And I always think of, you know, in spite of a lot of what we've all lost with the onset of the pandemic and other things that happened in our world, you know, to have that practice of gratitude for what we have and the joyful moments that we can create. Like, that's just fun for me, that I can bounce up and down on a trampoline and not kill myself. It's like, you know what? I used to look in the mirror and, as a woman, criticize what's not right about my body, but now I can appreciate the fact that I can bounce and look at what I do appreciate about what I can do, and it just brings more joy to me. So yeah, I love this conversation. If there are men watching, you can do this too, because this is just not female exclusive. You know, men are feeling the effects of stress and burnout and overwhelm and trying to be it all for their families as well. So this is a human issue, guys.
It really is.
Yeah.
Get everybody involved that's, you know, around you, everyone in your household, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And the kids too, if you're homeschooling them and they're feeling, you know, the mental health issue is a big deal. So whatever things that we can incorporate into our lives on a daily basis to ease some of that mental pressure is awesome. So would you mind sharing about what you've got launching soon? I really want people to
Sure. Thank you. Yeah. So I'm the producer of the Resilience Practices for Rising Women Conference, and that launches on March 9th. So it's coming right up. And I'm so excited about the lineup. I have 15 amazing female, like, women experts that are top notch, and they really know their stuff. And they're offering golden nuggets, amazing little tips, tricks, tools that you can adopt or adapt into your life right now that will positively impact you in order to avoid the burnout, avoid the overwhelm. And this is in all different areas of your life. So, you know, whether it's public speaking or intimacy or relating with the male part people in your life, professional, all kinds of things, finances, even in sensuality. So we have something for everyone. And really, this is truly about the need right now to lift up women all around the world, professional women, corporate women who are really in it still. Yeah. I know you feel the same way, that women are the solution for our future. I really know in my heart of hearts that the new ways of being, the innovation, and the creative solutions that we need right now will come from women. And we are actually losing women, like our greatest natural resource in the world is women's brilliance. And we're losing that. At least I can speak in the US, 5.3 million women have lost their jobs due to the pandemic. And then another 2.5 million women have left their jobs and most likely because of impact. And that is a brain trust that we need for the new ways of being, right? So I really want to, we're all coming together, all 15 of us are coming together to lift women up and really support them from this moment and for the long haul.
That is awesome. And for those of you who are watching, share this out. There's actually a link that I put in the description for you to join. It's free to join, no cost whatsoever. And there may be something there that is going to speak directly to you that will make all the difference in your life. And, I'll have to share just one instance when I decided to adopt a daily meditation practice. Meditation had always been hard for me, always. My mind is like, there's 4 squirrels living in there. They're competing for the nuts. They hide them. They can't find them. They're digging up everywhere. And it's appropriate, Janae, right outside my window, there's a big tree with a squirrel's nest in it. And so throughout the day, I'm like, oh, there's the squirrel. So that's like, I have a squirrel life in my head. And my point in sharing that with you is that I took on a challenge with my coach at the time. She had a challenge of giving up alcohol and something else. I'm like, that doesn't sound like fun. You do that challenge, but my challenge is going to be, I'm going to commit to daily meditation, 5 minutes a day. That's it. And that was like 30 or 40 days. I think we did that. And then it created a new habit in me, which grew into 10 minutes, which grew into 15 minutes. And I was doing that for a few months when I got the call that my mom passed away suddenly and unexpectedly. And the benefits of that daily, and it actually turned out to be twice daily by that time, meditation practice gave me the emotional endurance that I needed as an only child and as a mom of 2 daughters and dealing with an elderly father and flying across country with the dog into everything that needed to be done. I was able to walk through it in a way of grace and grounding, I call it. And I was it was like I had this, like I was looking at myself like, wow, this would have really impacted me more hard in a way, to where I would have been snapping at everybody else, the mistakes that were made with what I had picked for mom and didn't work out because of the level of stress that something like that so sudden has on you. But the way I was able to walk through it in other areas of my life, it's just a ripple effect, ladies and gentlemen, when you take care of yourself in a way that replenishes you. So you've got to really tune into Janae's summit and conference so that you can learn something that may work for you if you were to add that to your life. This conference is going to be so important. I know a lot of the women on there, so I'm like, oh my God, they're amazing. Stellar job. High five, double high five for who you picked. Yay. And like I said, the link is in the description. And Janae, thank you for your service to all of us high achieving, overworked women in the world.
Yes.
And guys, I'll put the link in the chat as well, but it's in the description, and it starts on March 9th, free to join. And so catch it. You may find some nuggets that will save your life like it did mine. So thank you. Thank you for coming on.
Oh, thank you so much. And thank you so much for being such a stand for women in the world.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. All right, guys, rock out the rest of your week, and I will see you next Wednesday at 9:30 a.m. Pacific. Bye.